Hi, welcome. Happy New Year. I'm Eric Linter with Starspeak for January 2017. The first aspect of the year is a just after midnight conjunction of Mars and Neptune. Everybody out partying needs to be careful. This is a potentially toxic alliance between the god of war and the planet of confusion. So, no drinking and driving. Have your designated driver, designated, and play it safe wherever you may happen to be. Uh, in essence, we've got Mercury retrograding still until January 8th. And so it's a interesting period to think about making resolutions. I would hold off actually and wait until Mercury is moving forward. There's no rush. After all, resolutions are a private matter. We've got Venus sliding into Pisces on the 3rd, and that same day making a fabulous sextile with Mercury, again retrograding. But still, this is a very pleasant day to be going back to work or school. We'll see some stresses later in the week on Thursday afternoon when the first quarter moon occurs. This is the waxing phase, building phase of the moon. So it's an important time to just sort of catch your breath and think about what goals and your projects that you're working on and what's really on the table, what's most important. Concentration is very great at this point in the month as the sun approaches a conjunction with the obsessive planet Pluto. I think it's always important to have magnificent obsessions. There's a lot of energy in this conjunction. Secrets may be revealed, but we may also get some deep and penetrating insights into ourselves, the world, people around us. Pay attention, listen carefully. Friday evening, the 6th, is actually a wonderful social environment thanks to a nice lunar alignment with Venus. And again, that same Pluto Sun conjunct energy is very strong Friday night. The conjunction actually is exact in the wee hours Saturday morning. Mercury comes out of the retrograde on Sunday the 8th. And it takes, a few weeks to catch up to the point where it turned retrograde. So, give people some space to change their minds. You yourself may be wrestling with some decision and just proceed slowly. There's really no need to rush. Things get kind of chaotic as we move towards the full moon on the 12th. The sun is testing Uranus on the morning of the 10th. This raises the likelihood of an accident, so you want to pay especially close attention if you're operating any kind of machinery, driving a car. The next day, the sun will test Jupiter. Jupiter and Uranus are tied in probably the dominant aspect of 2017 in opposition. Jupiter in Libra, Uranus in Aries. And because Uranus has to do with unpredictable events and surprises, earthquakes, giant forces, in the economy or in the weather that we don't control as individuals, and Jupiter has to do with law and politics and religion, this is going to fuel a lot of lively debate, and fundamentalism and other kinds of extremism are going to continue really without let up in the coming year. Fortunately, there is a helping aspect courtesy of Saturn in Sagittarius that invites mature minds to make a contribution too. So there are ways in which we can participate in both the political process around us and in, just kind of achieving a meeting of the minds with friends and family and people we know personally and care about a great deal. In essence, the full moon is an exclamation mark on this few days of chaotic energies, starting with that Sun square Uranus, continuing with the Sun squaring Jupiter, and then on Thursday comes the full moon, forming a grand cardinal cross. The Sun and Moon in opposition, and Jupiter, Uranus in opposition, and forming basically a big box alignment in the heavens. And some people literally will feel like there's no escape, there's nowhere to run to, no place to hide. And, that's okay. This is a very powerful alignment that calls for action. And that action right now, may mean making a campaign contribution or rolling up your shirt sleeves and tackling a project that you've been putting off. In essence, with cardinal signs, there's something that needs to be done. So with this full moon, make sure your devotion, your passion is being honored, and you're pouring your energy into doing the things that give you some measure of satisfaction. It's a high stress period of days, but there's some relief right after the full moon, early morning on the 12th. That late afternoon, we see Venus join forces with Neptune in Pisces. A really kind of divine intervention, if you will, where the goddess of love and the planet of magic join forces. And as they say, love conquers all. So compassion, empathy, and kindness are the remedy, the antidote, the cure for a great many of the world's ills. As we reach the middle of the month, it's a quiet few days as the Martin Luther King Memorial Weekend draws close. And that's going to do it for this first half of January. It's great to be back making videos again. I'm glad you had the time and appreciate you being there. If you want to contact me, shoot me an email at stars@ericlinter.com. Look for my daily forecasts online at the spiritofchange.org website. And remember, keep looking up.